Hi there, and welcome to the Cult of Cinema. I am Aaron, and Vinegar Syndrome Day. So, when I'm asked, does it pay to be a subscriber? Whenever there's a sale, hey there, William, I would be the last person to get anything. So, do I wish I had the moolah to become a subscriber again? Yes. Do I recommend becoming a subscriber to Vinegar Cinema if you got the bones to do it? Also, yes. Hey there, Dustin. Welcome, man. So I have my little box of Vinegar Syndrome titles in here to check out today. To look at with you now. Full disclosure, I did open these up and take the plastic off first because I didn't want this to become an ASMR video. Though, sometimes people do kind of like that. So you never know, right? Maybe that's my calling. Maybe that's what I should be doing ASMR stuff. So let's dive in here one at a time. And I guess we'll go with the VSAs that I grabbed first. Hey there, David, because that's kind of the easiest way to go about it. And I guess I'll do them in order. So I wanted to catch up on some of the VSAs that I didn't have. I didn't grab everything. Hey there, Zach. Welcome, man. But I did grab, this is one that I'm pretty sure we had in my in our store that we used to. So my mom used to own a convenience store, and at the convenience store there's a bunch of movies that you could rent, and I think this was one of them actually. I'm pretty sure this was one of them, and it is Edgar Allan Poe's House of Usher. Now, not just any Edgar Allan. Hey there, Robert. Not just any Edgar Allan Poe's House of Usher, but it is the House of Usher with Oliver Reed and Donald Pleasance too. Hey there, Alan. So this is actually kind of cool. I've been wanting this one for a while. 455, by the way, is the number. So also got an early number when it comes to this. So very cool with that. Feature-wise on this one, I'm not sure if this one has a lot of features, actually. We got the Telltale, an interview with director Alan Birkinshaw. Pretty sure he's a producer as well. I think he did the Children of the Corn films. Hey there, Carter. Welcome, man. Hey, welcome to the live stream. We got a new scan, 2K scan from its 35 millimeter interpositive on here. Of course, reversible cover art and the double-sided poster. What's on the poster? Well, this and this, if you want to get all sexy and be all like Skinamax style. And, I'd probably put up. Yeah, I'm a horror geek. I'd probably put up that. So there we go. I love Oliver Reed. And this is one that, in all honesty, is from my past. So I can actually say, although I haven't seen in years, it's one that that I know I will enjoy. Here's another bit of a weird one. It's another horror one, and we are 556. And as you can see, it is Grave Secrets. So we got here. This is if you were ever at a video store back then, if you're old enough to remember like VHS stores and stuff like that, you probably saw this like poster hanging in your VHS store. I saw it in several VHS stores when I was young, and I used to pass up on this one. So this one is going to be kind of a blind watch for me. Hey there, Richard. Welcome, man. I just got my Vinegar Syndrome stuff today, so I'm feeling pretty good. I know that the House of Usher, I'm pretty sure is sold out. I'm not quite sure on Grave Secrets. I think there's some Grave Secrets. Now, that being said, every time they say something is sold out, don't go to eBay. Wait till Vinegar Syndrome opens up their website again, because there's always times when people like order too much, or people like make mistakenly order. So you may be able to find a copy of one of these that seems to be able to print right now. It is cool, man. I really like these here. And we have here on this one, feature-wise, again, not a ton of stuff. Oh, Donald P. Borchers. That's the guy that did that produced Children of the Corn, right? No, the Howling. It was the Howling. Donald P. Borchers produced the Howling. Reversible cover artwork, double-sided poster, limited edition of 3,000, newly scanned from its original one. 28 titles. I wish I could say I bought that many, but if I had bought 28 titles, in all seriousness, I would not be here right now. There would be a freshly like dug part in our in our backyard, and I would be mysteriously missing. All right, so the only other VSA that I got, because I did not pick up the one with Down to Dragon Wilson yet. I didn't pick up the other new one with Bolo Young, but I did pick up Tiger Claws. I am a huge fan of this lady right here, Cynthia Rothrock. So big fan of Cynthia Rothrock. I just wish we would get an actual title. Isn't that amazing, Warlock, that it arrived so early? That we get an actual title with Cynthia Rothrock as the lead in it. So this one does have more features. Well, this one is a 2-disc set. We have like three. We got 3 films on here. We got a commentary track with the producer actor Giulio Merhi. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, for all 3 films. A Sharpening the Claws, the making of a documentary on Tiger Claws with Cynthia Rothrock. And Jalel, we got a making martial arts porn, a making of Tiger Claws 2 with Cynthia Rothrock and Jalel, and a making of Tiger Claws 3, Mystical Claws, with the Cynthia Rothrock and Jalel Merhi, region free 2-disc Blu-ray, limited edition, like 5,000 copies. Runaway Nightmare is one that you can't get anymore. There's a couple you can't get anymore, actually. I'll go over that one of these days when the site's back up again. Hey there, Dip. Welcome, man. Welcome back to Pit Radio. Undefeatable, yes, 1,000,000% David. And China O'Brien, too. Both of them. And the Lady Dragon ones would be great to have as well. Many WCW Nitros, they would come on TNT back in the day. All right, so I'm going to go through all the Vinegar Showdown stuff I got first. Then I got a couple partner label titles that I'll go through as well. Well, the early VSAs were all limited edition runs. Some of the later VSAs, Warlock, may have a non-limited edition, like non-slipcase run. Hey there, Death Bomb, welcome. So this is one I'm actually excited to see. This is Steel and Lace. I can 100%. So nice. Running a 100% did not see this one coming. But Steel and Lace again. Hey there, Allan. Welcome, dude. I took out this one and I put on the alternate artwork because I think it's actually kind of cool and kind of cheesy. It has that VHS box type feel to it. This is, I did not know this was coming, but I'll tell you right now, I'm very interested in watching this one. I saw this one years ago. It's fun. It's cheesy. It's exactly what you think it's going to be. If you're thinking, well, what would happen if we took kind of a Tamer Rape Revenge film and added like robots to it? Well, Steel and Lace would happen. That's what happened. Love the cover. Love the way this is done. So looking forward to that one. Okay, let's get it out of the way. Let's get this one out of the way quickly. Because I'm not looking forward to watching it. But hey. I know a lot of you guys are really excited about this one. I think it is. Ragnar, I think this might be the sleeper. I'm not going to lie to you. Ebola Syndrome. I know a lot of you guys are really excited about this title. Hey there, Neil. Welcome, man. This is the big one for some of you people. And not for me, but I'm in the minority. I'm in a pretty vocal minority with that. So I did not switch over the artwork because there is nudity on the art, on the reverse art. If I remember correctly, is there nudity or is it just gross? Either way, I didn't change the artwork. So it comes with a 4K and a Blu-ray disc. Oh, yeah, there's nudity. No, there's just the artwork is just kind of a guy with a knife to his face, basically that. Comes with a booklet as well, and I'm actually excited about reading the booklet more than I kind of am watching the film. But I'll watch it. I'll eventually watch it. I'll review it for you guys. Hey there, Olivia. Welcome back. But I'm going to try and review all these. But Ebola Syndrome doesn't seem like my type of jam. But It's a free 4K. It's not free. I paid for it. It's a 4K title that came along with some other really good stuff. So who knows? I may be turned on to some Cat 3 titles that I normally didn't think I would like. I will always go along the lines of, you know what? Maybe this might be my thing. I just don't know it yet. Who am I to begrudge a film? Creature. This one I'm excited about. This is a William Malone film. I haven't seen this one in years, but this is basically it's an Alien knockoff. It's a Alien knockoff with I think Klaus Kinski's in this one, if I remember correctly. Really, really dig this film actually. I remember renting this one quite a few times in my local VHS shop. It's been sleeping peacefully on the moon for 2,000 centuries until now. I will say, not big on the slip for this one here. I think that I'll show you. So anyway, this is original artwork for Creature. And oh yeah, they're doing some like without the slips coming up. And this should have been the slip cover. This is way better than this like kind of bone face type thing. I know, but it's got a great cast. We got Wendy Shale is in this one. She's in a lot of William Malone stuff. Robert Jaffe, Klaus Kinski's in here. We got Diane Salinger. We got two different versions of the film. We got the Titan Find version of the film in here as well. There is a documentary on this one. Really looking forward to this one. Dead Pitch, you got to give it another chance. I think maybe a cleaned up version may change your mind. Now the big one for me, the one I'm probably most excited about the big two actually, is Trauma. Creature is better than Contamination. Like Contamination is fun. Hey there, Dan. Welcome from Sweden. Hello from Atlantic Canada. This is Trauma. This is one of the only two films that Dario Argento did in North America. He did this one, and he did Two Evil Eyes with George Romero. This is my favorite out of these films. This is a very different, very unique film when it comes to the way that's done. It has a really great cast in this. We got Asia Argento in an early role. We have Piper Laurie, who is fantastic as always. She's an amazing actress. We have, of course, Brad Dourif in here as well. And I think... Actually, I'm not big on slips. So if I get a slip, it's okay. But if I miss out on the slip, I don't. It's not a thing that bothers me. I'll just buy the regular edition. Like, it's cool to have it, but I'm not a slip collector, as in like I gotta have all slips. So this one here has a ton of features. We had an interview with writer-director Dario Argento, Heads Above the Rest, interview with Tom Savini, because Tom Savini did the special effects on this, as well as Two Evil Eyes, by the way. We got Female Hamlet, an interview with Franco Frini. Ruby Rain, interview with composer Pino Donaggio, because Donaggio did the score, so you know it's going to be good. We have When the Lightning Strikes, an interview with cinematographer Rafael Mertes, interview with actress Sharon Barr, interview with actor casting director Ira Belgrade, interview with actor James Russo is in the film, interview with actress Piper Laurie, interview with first assistant director Rod Smith. Audio commentary with Hysteria Continues. Audio commentary that I'm interested in is the one with Alexandra Hellier-Nichols. On Set with Tom Savini, it's an archival featurette. There's a press kit in there as well, electronic press kit. And there's a video work printout featuring several extended scenes and multiple trailers. So, wow. And this is the alternate artwork here. So you can see I do like this alternate artwork. This one is loaded with features. See, it's just a really fun title. I think people really need to give... Trauma is one of those films that I think was much maligned when it initially came out, and definitely one to look into now, because it's really cool. But speaking of something that's really cool, oh my God, this looks amazing. Flesh for Frankenstein. Paul Morrissey's Flesh for Frankenstein. You got Trauma? Nice. Flesh for Frankenstein, this looks incredible. The box is gorgeous. I did think initially, I said, okay, I wanted to do a kind of a split box. But yeah, it came in early. But oh my god, this is amazing. I'm perfectly fine with not a split box. So there are two slip covers in this one. This is, we first have Flesh for Frankenstein right here. The artwork, by the way, is utterly gorgeous. This is one that nudity on it, so I didn't switch it around. And there we go. We dare you to see. I love the kind. There's like a shine, kind of a glossiness to that. Looks really, really nice. This is the 4K edition. This looks gorgeous as well. There's like I think a nude girl on the other side of this one, kind of from the film. I don't know. I think the faux leather thing, I worry about the degrading part of that, you know? So feature-wise, again, this one is totally loaded. Transhuman Flesh and Blood, an archival interview with writer-director Paul Morrissey. The Ecstasy of Frankenstein interview with Udo Kier. In the Flesh interview with Joe D'Alessandro. Dimension of Fear, an interview with producer Andrew Bronsberg. Andy Shedd, an interview with film historian and author Stephen Thrower. That's going to be amazing. But in the World of Frankenstein, interview with art director Gianni Giovagnoni. Don't Say a Word, an interview with actress Liu. I'm going to get wrong. Female Frankenstein interview with Paulo. Auto commentary with film historians and authors Sam Deegan, Heather Drain, and Kat Ellinger. So the greatest people on commentary are all together for this one right here. Original theatrical trailer, radio spots, promotional gallery, audio recollections with Paul Morrissey, screen test footage with Paul Morrissey, rare Q&A from 2012, region-free 4K UHD and Blu-ray disc, and 4K UHD presented in HDR from its original 35mm OCN. And you can see, gotta hide his pubes, but you can see on the inside, there's the Blu-ray and 4K of this. But that's not all, folks, when it comes to this one here. Although this is gorgeous. We also have, I've heard the opposite. Actually, I read on one, I think maybe it was Mondo Digital, that the 3D on this, Jesse, is amazing. As in some of the best 3D that you're ever going to see on here. And I'll go by reviews day after day after day, as opposed to going by forums. Hey there, Sierra, welcome, man. A few of the titles, I'll show you there at the end. But because I, for one, am not a forum person. So here is the 3D edition. This has bring the horrors of the screen off the screen and into your lap. Are they really? Seriously, they're not happy? Some people are never happy. That's at the end of the day. Some people will never be happy no matter what. But I will let you guys know when I see it. So on the inside of this, we have, of course, two pairs of 3D glasses, because you can see it in regular analog 3D, or you can watch it with real 3D if you got a 3D TV or a PSVR. Yeah. Well, you know, I have my nitpicks too. Give you an up-close look at the glasses. Again, the same as Silent Madness. They did an amazing job on making these title-specific glasses. And I do like the fact that you do get two pairs. There is the alternate art right there. I completely disagree with this being overpriced when you consider the work that had to go into this. Because you're not looking at just doing a 4K restoration, plus, of course, the Blu-ray scan. But you're also looking at doing a 3D film, not just in regular analog 3D, but doing it also in real 3D. Having to do the restoration for the 3D process of this as well as getting all the features that are loaded onto here, and getting this here case made for it. So I think actually it's a pretty good price. I will stand by Vinegar Syndrome on the pricing of the unit. Now, Two titles that are not from Vinegar Cinema, but they're from another company called Fun City Editions, because when I grabbed some extras, I wanted to make sure that I wanted to grab some Fun City Edition stuff because they're one of my favorite partner labels. Of course, I will have a couple partner labels coming in early January because from the partner label sale, so we'll check that out too when I get those. Exactly, helping keep physical media alive, and at a time when your local brick and mortar store is going lower and lower and you're getting smaller and smaller amounts of physical media, then when you buy directly from companies, you help to keep them alive. Now, this one with the slip has gone out of print. So, but you can buy the non-slip edition once it comes back up. This is Walking the Edge. It actually came with the replacement disc. There was really just not a big deal with the original one. But it was nice that he did bring the replacement disc. So this has, of course, Robert Forster, who's an incredible actor. And feature-wise, we got a new 4K restorations from the 35mm OCN, Scoring the Edge, a new video interview with composer Jay Chataway, Detective Jurgensen remembers Forster and Spinell. The great Joe Spinell is in this one. A new video interview with French Connection cop Randy Jurgensen, Breaking Point, new video film essay by filmmaker Chris O'Neill, theatrical trailers, image galleries, booklets in this one as well. So a ton of stuff in this release. Super excited to have this one. Here's the booklet for the release right here. An action revenge title. Was he in Falcon? I think you're thinking of Robert Forster. Robert Forster. No, I think, what's the name I'm thinking of? No, this is Robert Forster. I think you're thinking of, I know you're thinking of, but no, he was in like, what's the name of the show? That Robert Forster was in. Come on, be on the back here. No, not Medium Cool. It was in Medium Cool. But where's the other artwork, by the way? The cop show where he had like a parrot. You know what I'm talking about, right? I got a season up downstairs. Starts with B. Somebody will remember it. When do you guys remember it? I love this here too. He drove him over the edge. And over the edge, there are no rules. Robert Foxworth, thank you. That's who it is. Being a fan of like Falcon Crest, I remember it. All right, and the last, but definitely not least, Fun City Editions put out their first ever box set. And as you guys know, I am a huge fan of the TV film. I grew up when the TV film was a huge event. It was an event thing. And they put out Prime Time Panic. So was I excited when this one came out? Yes. Yes, I was. Did I, was I going to miss out on this? Never. No way in hell. Primetime Panic, Fun City Editions TV set. Now, this one here, I'm going to say it. This might actually, haven't got to watch yet, but I do remember a couple of these films. Be better than the televised hair set. I know. It's shocking. And this is not horror. This is different types of stories. I wouldn't exactly say, like when you open it up, it opens up like this. So much like all the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, we get a really nice looking box. So we will take these out here. And there is, of course, Dreams Don't Die, which is a really good film, actually. A really good film. So we have on this one here, Paul Winfield, of course, a special guest star, but he's like the cop kind of thing. I love this here, this Friday night movie, 8 p.m. I love that. The guy from Escape Witch Mountains on here, the kid. Thank you, Joshua. Vinegar Syndrome is one of my favorite companies going, but I'm starting to really like the partner labels a lot. This, we see the interior artwork design on here. Feature-wise, these aren't featureless. Hey there, Video Man. Welcome, man. Well, hopefully it's good work. So we got new 4K restoration from the OCN booklet with new essay. We'll get to that actually. From film archivist and writer Justin Liberty. Newly recorded audio commentary by graffiti historian Dino Prospero and fancy edition Jonathan Hertzberg. So I'm looking forward to that actually. It is a great film. Next up is Freedom with Mare Winningham. I'm pretty sure it's in this one, right? I'm not seeing her name there. Okay, there's Mare Winningham, Roy Thynes. Ooh, for those people that are fans of the original series, The Invaders. Very, very much, very kind of be. What's the word? Yeah, it looks like the ads from the old from your TV guide or your local newspaper. I will definitely be doing reviews on all these. Hey, was A. Martinez in Walking the Edge? I'm a huge fan of Santa Barbara, so that's actually super cool for me. What'd you get? Flesh for Frankenstein, Beastmaster, great editions, both in 4K. You're going to love the Beastmaster edition. I haven't got to see Flesh for Frankenstein yet, but if you're a fan of Blood for Dracula, you're totally going to love it. I cannot show it. I can't show that. This is unfortunate. This is the family portion of the channel. I can only show that in my Patreon. So this is the booklet. And I am looking forward to reading this. Mare Winningham. The artwork on the other side. Super stoked with that. And last but not least is some could call this the sleaziest one of the bundle. TV movies with Alexina. Co-winner's Death for sure, 100%. Gargoyles, actually, if you remember that one, that was actually a pretty cool one back in the day. There's a few. I'd have to go through like my list because I had a list one time of like books that I like, movies, like TV movies that I want to see come out on getting like Blu-ray editions. Well, this is all I got from the sale. Yeah, like you can check them out on Tube if you want to just check them out before you pick them up. This is Death Rise to Osaka. Now, this one, by the way, is rated R. So this is not your regular like TV film. This one is a bit on the more exploitation side of the aspect. So we got on this one here. We have a newly recorded audio commentary by Lars Nilsson, Back to the Wire, White Orchid, a newly filmed interview with director Jonathan Kaplan, Finding My Way, a new video essay by Chris O'Neill. And the story was based on real events and arcs back to a pre-codes women's picture from the 1930s. It's been updated to include the colorful, flashy neon of early 80s Japan, more overt sex, and a period-specific new wave score, and songs by Brad Fiedel, who did The Terminator and Fright Night. Songs are sung by the famously method-inspired Lee, who gives her all to the emotional, elaborate musical set pieces. So Jonathan Kaplan, of course, did Over the Edge and White Line Fever. This is. I will show you guys the artwork on the inside of this one. I'm a huge Jennifer Jason Leigh fan, so really glad to finally have this one in my collection. I do love the artwork on this one. Girls of the White Orchid is the other title for this here film. So how do I feel overall about my... I'm ecstatic. How do I feel now, like having finished up about my... I did not get any Severin this time because of the shipping. I actually just got today a notification that I'm gonna have to pay for shipping for my stuff that's coming from my review stuff coming from Umbrella. So that's going to cost me another $27. Of course it is, because I can't get anything come from a country without having to pay money anymore. So I'm only getting things that I can buy in Canada until the whole shipping fiasco gets straightened away. What will I watch first? I mean, I don't know. I mean, my cousin's going for a few days. So when he comes back, we're watching Flesh for Frankenstein together for sure. So I'm going to go over these, see which ones that he wants to watch. and I'll keep those. And then I'll watch whatever he does want to watch. But this is definitely one I'm very excited about. Primetime Panic is a great title. For those that just came in, by the way, I picked up from Fancy Editions Primetime Panic. Also picked up the now slip out of print, but still able to get the title, Walking the Edge. I grabbed, of course, Flesh for Frankenstein because I think it's one that everybody should own. If you like films, then you're gonna like that. One I'm most excited about is Trauma. This is my jam. William Malone's Creature with the both editions of it. So again, that's extremely cool. Hey there, Morgan. Welcome. Ebola Syndrome. I think Raj may want to watch that one with me, so I might have to wait on that one. Yes, I might have to wait a bit. Hey there, Morgan. Welcome. Steel and Lace. I'm actually kind of excited about this one. This one looks interesting. I got Tiger Claws. Actually, not so big on this artwork. I do love the original, though. But again, like many people my age, I was completely in love with Cynthia Rothrock today. Who does not like someone that can kick butt like that? I would definitely recommend getting drunk if you're watching Champagne and Bullets. Just gonna say. I also grabbed Grave Secrets because if it's horror, I gots to have it. And last but not least, the one that is now out of print is House of Usher, and I did grab this one because I wanted to have some incredible Oliver Reed, Donald Pleasance goodness in my collection. Who doesn't really? Come on, it's Oliver Reed and Donald Pleasance. But like a lot of people do, although this won't be my thumbnail. Not a bad overall, not a bad haul, I don't think, for the sale. I have done some bigger hauls for the sale. I did a really epic haul one year. So you're probably going to see more epic hauls when it comes to sale releases because I've decided that from here on out, because I could not get the subscription this time around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on Vinegar Cinema titles, even if it's a cool box set like the January Forgotten Jolly. I'm going to wait on that, and I'm going to get my titles during the halfway to Black Friday sale, and then I'm going to get my other titles during the Black Friday sale. So that'll give me time to save up and to get all the titles throughout the year that I want. The fact that you're a Grease 2 fan makes you even cooler because I love Grease 2. My Christmas plans this year are probably going to be along the lines of working at my job and working here at my second job, as well as watching movies. And if anything is like last night, reading anywhere between 50 to 150 pages per night on my omnibuses. Oh, there's totally going to be custom fees in Morocco, but I wouldn't get them shipped to Morocco, Cam. What you do is you get them shipped. I'll probably get shipped either to London or I'll get them shipped to the kids, and I'll just get them when I go on vacation. As soon as I become the teacher, there we go. When I go to Morocco, I'm going to get movies there, and if not, will shipping be bad? Well, I will be able to get movies, but more than likely, I'm probably going to have to order from like alternate addresses. My kids are still here in Nova Scotia, Canada, and like London's not that far off, so I could probably just hopefully when things are going well. Actually, I really like Wake and Friday. Actually, incredible film. Someone give me Cardona. Yeah, if somebody wants to give me the Cardona sets 2 and 3, I will actually review them. Anytime somebody gives me something, I will eventually get around to and review those films, especially if you want to do that. So there you go. The challenge, the gauntlet is set, Coach. If you want to send me Cardona sets 2 and 3, then I will review them. Thank you. I'm a huge comic book fan. Comics are kind of My life, man. John was a ship was cool. I like that. I was in college when John was a ship was the Flash. We would literally stay home to watch Dark Shadows and the Flash. Home when I say home, I mean dorm before we went out, and then we'd go out and I don't remember much about that because we go out to the club. We danced a lot, but I'm excited. The Severance site is back up. I didn't want to know if you guys wanted to look at the Severance site since it actually came back up. I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man. I really am, actually. The whole multiverse thing. Charlie Cox is Daredevil. We know that now. So hopefully that means he's going to show up in the new Spider-Man film, because I am a huge, huge fan of Charlie Cox. You know I'm going to review the horror films. I just haven't reviewed them yet because, in all honesty, Christmas is the time of year that I work the most because of the job that I have. For those that don't know. You got your Dick Demon figure? I heard that Severin got a lot of their stuffs out like quicker. We don't know yet. All we know is that Charlie Cox has been chosen to play Daredevil again. I'm hoping that means that we're going to get Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. Just the sequel. Come on, I got to do the original too. Did I watch Spiral? Are we talking about the newer Spiral film, like the one like as in Saw, or are we talking about Uzumaki? Because I read the anime, the manga for Uzumaki, but I haven't watched the film. But I did watch the newer Spiral film, the kind of like from the book of Saw, if that's what you mean. You never bug me, man. There's a Gauntlet Arcade app. But did you guys want to check out the Severance site now that's back up before I go? Or did you just want to make this an unboxing night? It's up to you guys. Keanu Lover's re-releasing Mr. Majestic. That's a Charles Bronson film, for those that are unaware. The Uzumaki manga really freaked me out. I remember reading it. Because, Ito gets under the skin. That's what he does. Have I seen Braveheart? Years ago, once. It was okay. I was never like huge on it. But let's get away from me and get into Severin. I'm thirsty to watch I am kind of thirsty. I'm super thirsty for watching these movies. But I keep all my promises. That's the trial from the Incredible Hulk. That's where he dies, actually. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He dies in what's not Return, in the last one. Death of the Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Why did I not know that? So here we got House on the Edge of the Park. This is one I am going to grab down the road. I'm not getting it right now. It's $38. It does have the Riz Ortolini soundtrack, so that's always a really good reason to get that one. My biggest one here, I think, is Night of the Demon. It's a crazy kind of like Bigfoot type of movie. That got me even off, dude. I got my K-Dog, man. I got my Vinegar Syndrome stuff. I actually just showed it here. Actually, not really. It's just the flight to London from London to Morocco is just about like 4 hours. 4 hours? Yeah, just about 4 hours. It's not a long flight. We got Black Candles here, which is actually at a really good price. Black Candles is a really cool little film. It's by Jose Larraz. Now, if you're a Jose Larraz fan, you're definitely gonna want to check that out. If you're a fan of rampant nudity, you're also gonna want to check that out because, oh my God, did they ever like go Tinto Brass later years on the nudity for this one here? But it is a really fun little film, and it does have a kind of a dream-like quality to it. We got Bloody Pit of Horror here with starring Mickey Haggerty, and of course that is the father of Mariska Haggerty, and her mother is the late Jane Mansfield, and you can tell actually. Ballad in Blood is a film by Rogerio Deodato, much like House on the Edge of the Park. Except House on the Edge of the Park is one of Rogerio Deodato's best films. Ballad in Blood is also a film by Rogerio Deodato, but it is far from one of his best films. Forbidden Door has not been my thing at all. I would have actually really, yes. A House on the Edge of the Park novelization would have been a much better choice, in my opinion. acted by Stefano Admir. That would be Joseph Mascolo, who has unfortunately passed away now. He actually was in Jaws 2 as well. I think he was the mayor in Jaws 2. And there's a Halfway House, which is another Intervision title, but it's the Intervision Blu-ray. I do wish that the Intervision titles had stayed on DVD, but I understand that more people collect Blu-ray, so they're going to go towards Blu-ray. But when they're shot on video titles, I don't really think they need to have a Blu-ray release. Hey there, Kubrick. Welcome, man. There is and it's out of stock, the infamous Dick Demon. But we do have the Night of the Demon enamel pin that is still available, as well as the Night of the Demon poster, which actually looks pretty damn sexy. We have the Night of the Demon keychain, the Night of the Demon patch, and Night of the Demon and novelization. This is what one I am very much interested in. I love the novelization that they did for Cruel Jaws. It's by the same author. It's by Brad Carter. So I definitely recommend that. Cannibal Holocaust and the Savage Cinema of Gregorio Diodato is assigned by director Gregorio Diodato, and it is U.S. only. How mean of them. But you can get it here in Canada, and actually just for a little bit cheaper, so you might want to check that out. We have here the Regato Diodato enamel pin. This is the 22nd pin in the Severin Hall of Fame collection, as well as a Devil's Paw necklace from Black Candles. You'll understand when you see the film. In January 2022, we have the first bundle coming out with Delirium, which I don't remember very well. And we have Don't Go in the House, which I do remember very well, and I can wait on that one. We have some pre-orders for some DVD editions of certain films here, including House of Lost Women, which is an incredible film by Franco. If you have not seen it, it is much in the lines of Bahia Blanca, so I would recommend that you check that one out. It's more of a serious, introspective film. We have the neo-noirist kind of comedy noir aspect of Black Boots, Leather Whip, which is a fun film, which has a really, really good Nasty Habits. Joshua, that's cool, man. It is totally great. That I definitely recommend. The Blank Gunman. I don't want to get my. I get demonetized enough now, so But anyway, that's a fun little title. We got here a pre-order for Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched, a history of folk horror. I'm hoping that eventually I'll have the money to actually grab that folk horror box set. It does look amazing, and it is in lines of the type of thing that I would be collecting next year as I go into my cinema study, aka Criterion important movie year of film collecting. Eyes of Fire is here, but that's in the box set as well. If you're not getting the box set, I recommend picking up Woodlands Dark and Days Bewitched along with Eyes of Fire. But if you are, then you can definitely wait on that. The Nundo, the Nasty Habits box set, and photo comic are there, and I definitely recommend that. What is on the Nasty Habits box set? Well, let's just check. Because we have 4 titles, and I can't go into them too deep. We have Christina, Devil Nun. That's actually a pretty good title. Story of a Cloistered Nun. We also have on here Images in a Convent. Auto commentary with Kat Ellinger, so that one is a must. With 25-minute scenes, 20 minutes of deleted scenes with an off-show commentary by Kat Ellinger, one of the greatest people to ever do a commentary. We have the true story of the nun of Manza, and that is with a interview with screenwriter Claudio Fragasso, and yes, that is the guy that did do Troll 2. You can always pimp your videos here, man, along with the actress Zora Curvo. All or Nothing by Mike Lee is here. That amazes me that there's actually a Mike Lee film here from coming up from Severin, but that is bloody brilliant, I have to say. There is a Raiders of Atlantis, the DVD, if you can't get the Blu-ray edition. The Witches bundle sold out, but we still have a pre-order here for All the Hauntsby Hours. This is the gigantic box that Severin put out, and it's running at $170, but it is worth every single penny of that. The work that has gone into that, and the documentary, along with the films, and the fact that it cross-cuts through a wide spectrum of countries and mythologies and folklore, is just a brilliant piece to own in your collection if you're a lover of film or if you're a lover of folklore. Either way, you're in good hands there. We have An Angel for Satan, which was the very last gothic horror that Barbara Steele did. Not that she's passed away or anything, it's just the last that she did up to this point. We also have the Franco Noir set. And if you want to see, if you never liked, uh, never looked at any Franco stuff and you're not big into this sleazier stuff, then Franco Noir is the one for you. Not only is it really well done noir pictures, it's extremely well shot, and it is the reason that Franco was hired afterwards by Orson Welles to do work for Chimes of Midnight. We have Severin Films Hall of Fame enamel pin 21 with the great Barbara Steele, and we have Beyond Darkness, the 2-disc Blu-ray edition. I think she's retired, actually. I wish I would be 40 when I get back to my channel. There'll be time travel for me to do that. We have the DVD of Retribution, a scrapbook of American Nightmares, which is from, of course, from Combat Shock. So that's Buddy Giovinazzi. We have here the Perdido Durango Fetus jar replica, the replacement cover for Combat Shock, but unfortunately, Combat Shock is still out of print. I really wish that that one is one that we could get back in print. It is a extremely good film. I have the Trauma Masterpiece edition of that I bought up in Montreal during a convention a few years back when Trauma was there. The Fourth Victim is actually a fun little title. John Russo's Midnight. I like it. I know it's not for everybody, but it's if you're a John Russo fan and you don't mind kind of a lower budgeted film, definitely look it up. John Russo, of course, is one of the guys, within Night of the Living Dead. We got A Day of Judgment here, and of course, it's now out of stock. It's out of stock. Oh, hopefully this comes back in stock because Blood for Dracula is an amazing release. I recommend it to everybody. We have Warriors of the Year 2072, which is the type of movie that my better half would love, along with Raiders of Atlantis and Endgame. Those are 3 post-apocalyptic action suspense films. Drop Dead Fred did not come out actually from Vinegar, from Severin, and the reason for that is probably because, although it's never been confirmed, Cruel Jaws, because Cruel Jaws was a movie that was not supposed to have been put out on Blu-ray or DVD or anything, but they did a really big production with Cruel Jaws, even giving it a infamous slipcover. So if you're lucky enough to have Cruel Jaws and the material that goes with it, along with the novelization, congratulations, because that's never ever being reprinted or put out by Severin or anyone else again. And that's the reason they don't have Drop Dead Fred, from what I hear. There is a signed copy of Retribution, a 3-disc one signed by Alan Howarth and, of course, Guy McGarr, the director of the film. Guy McGarr, of course, also did the infamous, and also I think it's pretty cool, Stepfather 3, the stepfather that does not have the good old star of it. It actually has a guy that took over the role of John Boy on the Waltons in Stepfather 3. Beast and Heat, Gestapo's Last Orgy, Violence in Women's Prison, Escape from Women's Prison, Strike Commando 1 and 2. Some Red Brown goodness. Siege. Siege is an amazing film, by the way. It was shot here in Halifax. Well, not here. I'm not in Halifax right now, but it's close to me. Shining Sex, great one. I hope you got one to CD. And Nasty Habit. So excellent stuff. Do you think they should substitute the CD soundtrack for a booklet and slipcover? For which one? That is an amazing haul, Josh. And type of stuff I would grab. The Lost House of Women, House of Lost Women here this is one, by the way, if you got Shining Sex, Joshua, and you have not picked up yet the House of Lost Women from Franco, this completes the CD soundtrack selection that started with the Shining Sex special edition. When there was a slipcover edition of Shining Sex, they had a CD soundtrack included, and House of Lost Women has the other CD soundtrack, which brings the 2 CD soundtrack edition to a completion. We get the book here, After the World Ends. I eventually want to get this. I think this is going to be a great read. It's all about post-apocalyptic films. I'm a huge fan of that. My better half's a huge fan of the post-apocalyptic genre. We actually got some from Code Red during a sale around a year and a half back, which I don't think we've gotten through. There's some that still have the plastic on, so we eventually have to get around to watching those. Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn is here from Severin Films, and you gotta kind of love that. You really do. They're really branching out and doing different stuff. We got Cannibal Man here, which is less about cannibals, so it's going to be one that I actually do like. We have Eloy de la Iglesias' Kinky Collection. No One Heard the Scream is here as well. We have Siege, which is one of the films that I would 110% recommend that you guys all check out. And of course, Born from Hell. Alongside that, we have here Skin Deep, the 2 disc collector's edition, or you can get a standard. And we have some other ones here like Invaders of the Lost Gold, Strike Commando 1 and 2, ones that I really want to get in my collection. And of course, Master Chaos's favorite film of all the time and favorite box set, the Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee. You'll see this later and he'll shake his fist at me. What's it? Cruel Jaws had rights issues, Red Roadrunner. Basically, what happened with Cruel Jaws is they liberally lifted music, other things from other films, to the point that it was a strong ban was put on Cruel Jaws for what it took from other films. And you don't mess with Jaws. There's a lot of films you can mess with. Jaws is not one of those films, and the company is very, very serious about it. Yeah, the slip literally says, it says what it says. What Warlock says right there. I'm not going to say it on camera right now, but it says that. Master Chaos, we just looked at your favorite box set of 2021, the Euro Crypt of Christopher Lee. Your awesomely favorite one. Master Chaos, by the way, again, I said it before, but I will say it again right now. Congratulations to Master Chaos. He has a film coming out to theaters, so make sure that you check that out. We have the enamel pin Christopher Lee number 20 right here. There's Christopher Lee tribute poster, and of course the Dungeons of Andy Milligan. Will I get that set? It has to get cheaper than that for me to get Andy Milligan. Would I ever get a Ray Dennis Steckler set? That would have to be almost free, unless they had amazing features on it. I do recommend, if you don't have it, the 4K, and I don't have the 4K yet, but I definitely want to eventually get it, of Santa Sangre. That is a really, really excellent film that I recommend that you check out. It is, for me, Jodorowsky's best film. We got the Girdler films here too, which I definitely give a strong recommendation to. That there is Grizzly. Ignore Grizzly too. Please do. But Grizzly is an excellent film, as is Day of the Animals. I love both of these films. Deep Blood is okay. I would eventually get it as a shark exploitation completionist, but I'll be honest, it's not quite as good as Cruel Jaws. And if you're not a huge fan of Cruel Jaws and you hear that, you're probably not going to be iffy to get it there. And you can see it's a cool t-shirt there for Grizzly and a t-shirt for Day of the Animals as well. The sexiest one and the one I want most is the Grizzly one, and I do like the Santa Sangre, like kind of like the red shirt that they have right there, as well as the Blacklight poster. When I was in college, I definitely would have grabbed the Blacklight poster, though I do not think I would be getting much use out of it now. We have the 4K here of Perdido Durango by Iglesias, and if you've never checked out Alex Iglesias' series 30 Coins, I really recommend you do. Me and my better half watched it when it came on HBO, and we pretty much binged the heck out of it because it was an amazing one. We have his other film here too, Day of the Beast, which in a weird way, kind of a Christmas film. We'll go with that. And of course, Nosferatu in Venice, which is out of stock. Hopefully this comes back in stock, because I have yet to buy Nosferatu in Venice, and it is the one that I need in my collection to complete my Klaus Kinski Nosferatu collection. For I have the original Nosferatu. All right. You didn't like Perdido? Oh, see, give it another chance. It's a weird film. It's an unusual film, but give it another chance. So once again, to show you guys what I picked up before we end this video, I grabbed, and this is not a favorite Master Chaos, so that's okay. House of Usher. Me and Master Chaos have some differing opinions. We're like the Siskel and Ebert of YouTube, which means we both have amazing opinions, but we may not agree. But we'll state our opinions well. We have Grave Secrets. We have, of course, here Tiger Claws trilogy. Really like that. Cynthia Rothrock. Gotta love that. We have Steel and Lace. We have the Ebola Syndrome. This is what I think is going to be torture to sit through Kubrick, but I will sit through it. Well, I don't dislike Jose, so that doesn't work. But the other part of the analogy works. Actually, I'm good friends with Master Chaos Alpha here, so there you go. We have Creature, which is, again, not a great slipcover, but I do love this film. Trauma, one of the ones I'm most excited to dive into. I think there's a lot more like to with Siskel and Ebert behind the scenes than I think the dislike really came from kind of like uh, a dislike in like they both had egos, but I really think that they really did enjoy each other a lot. We also have right here Flesh for Frankenstein, which is an amazing, amazing film with a 3D edition. Gotta love that. And of course, I picked up two Fun City Edition titles, Walking the Edge and Prime Time Panic. This is a box set, which I'll say right now, I'm looking forward to even more than Televised Terrors. I think this is going to be, Master Cast, I think we'll actually be able to say it. I think it may be better than Televised Terrors. Yeah, they worked together for years. They had like shows that went on different channels and stuff like that. But there you go. With that being said, I am Aaron. You are the Call to Cinema. Every single one of you guys rock. So like, share, subscribe. If you want to become a patron, I got a bunch of stuff going on the Patreon channel right now. It's right down there. Merch links down there as well. Donation links down there. Super chats there. There you go. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. As always, stay safe, stay happy. It costs nothing to be kind. So be kind to one another and be kind to yourself because you deserve it. And as always, as you can tell from that paw right there, here in the Call to Cinema, there is always another movie. See you guys soon.